The Rags to Riches Cat Rescue is located on a 3-acre property along Colonel Talbot Road in Norfolk County, just south of Tillsonburg. It started as a registered charity about 2 years ago. Last June, shelter founder and CEO Tammy DePalma co-opted her husband's garage for a growing number of rescues.
Cats that we're picking up that have unfortunately had trauma done to them, whether they be shot or claws pulled out or ears cut off, things like that.
DePalma says many of the cats that land at her doorstep have been abandoned on rural roads, often a mom and her litter. DePalma says cat rescues routinely get slammed in the spring with a higher number of drop-offs.
We're here doing, what we can to save the cats out in the countryside.
About 3 weeks ago, responding to a complaint, members of the Provincial Animal Welfare Service, or PAWS, arrived at the shelter. DePalma says she wasn't told the nature of the complaint or who filed it, but within a week, there was a follow-up visit.
So we had 5 provincial vehicles here in the driveway. It was a little scary. There was 3 vet techs, the veterinarian, and the original 2 officers. So they went through and they inspected all of the animals. There were a couple that they wanted quickly rushed to the vet.
DePalma insists those cats had recently been seen by a veterinarian, but complied with the request. The PAWS team then sent follow-up letters with concerns for what they called rampant feline respiratory infections.
Their main concern being all that they are in a 30 by 30 building is that there's no quarantine space. So essentially what we would need is a much larger building to continue doing what we do for our operations, and we would need 2 separate quarantine spaces.
DePalma estimates the shelter had about 200 cats and kittens when PAWS first visited, and volunteers have been working to move cats to other rescues and shelters since that time. She says she hasn't been able to get answers regarding what kind of timeline the shelter has to reach compliance or exactly what that might look like, but has been told the cats may be removed by the province.
Essentially, when I asked the question, what would happen to these cats if you came in and chose whoever you wanted and you couldn't find space for them with other rescues, and there was dead silence on the other end of the phone. So
what's your fear?
I can only assume that that would mean euthanasia.
The Provincial Animal Welfare Services Act says euthanasia can be ordered if an animal is suffering, if its owner or custodian cannot be found promptly, or if the veterinarian believes euthanasia is the most humane course of action. CTV requested comment from PAWS, but as of news time hadn't received a response. DePalma says there's been no indication if or when there will be a return visit by PAWS. Near Tillsonburg, Gerry, Dewan, CTV News.